You are not defined by your past, your struggles, or the limits others place on you. Every single day you wake up with a choice: to stay comfortable or to push yourself into the unknown. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in the moments when you feel like quitting, when the pain is unbearable, when your mind tells you to stop, but you refuse to listen. Most people settle. They settle for average, for easy, for what feels safe. But the ones who break through, the ones who achieve greatness, they don't listen to that voice of doubt. They don't negotiate with weakness. They push forward when everything inside them screams to stop. They embrace the suffering because they know that on the other side of pain is strength, resilience, and a version of themselves they never thought possible. You have more inside of you than you realize. More strength, more endurance, more willpower. The only thing stopping you from reaching your full potential is the story you keep telling yourself. You say you're tired? Good. Keep going. You say it hurts? Good. That means you're growing. The mind is your battleground, and if you can conquer it, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. Excuses don't get results. Complaints don't build character. Action does. Every day, you have the opportunity to put in the work, to challenge yourself, to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. It won't be easy. It will hurt. It will push you to your limits. But when you look in the mirror, knowing you gave everything, knowing you didn't quit when it got hard, that's where real power is found. So stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Get up, get after it, and never stop pushing forward. Growth does not happen when things are easy. It happens in discomfort, in struggle, in those moments when you want to quit but force yourself to keep going. The human body and mind are built to adapt, but they only do so under pressure. If you always choose the easy path, you will never know what you are truly capable of. The greatest transformations happen when you step outside your comfort zone and willingly embrace the challenge ahead. Most people avoid discomfort because it's painful. It's hard to wake up early. It's hard to push your body past exhaustion, and it's hard to stay disciplined when no one is watching. But that's exactly why so few people achieve greatness. Because they choose what feels good in the moment instead of what will make them stronger in the long run. Those who understand this principle push themselves into discomfort on purpose. They train when they don't feel like it. They work harder when their body begs them to stop, and they refuse to listen to the voice that says, take it easy. When you force yourself to face discomfort, you begin to realize that your limits are mostly in your mind. What you thought was impossible suddenly becomes possible. What once felt unbearable now feels routine. Your body and mind adjust to the stress you put them under, and before you know it, you're operating at a higher level than you ever thought you could. The only way to get to that point is by making discomfort your new normal. Think about the times in your life when you truly grew. It wasn't during the easy moments. It was during the times when you were struggling, when everything felt like it was falling apart and you had to fight just to keep moving. That's where growth happens. The problem is that most people run from that feeling instead of embracing it. They want results without sacrifice, strength without struggle, and success without effort. But it doesn't work that way. You have to be willing to suffer. You have to be willing to put yourself in situations that force you to evolve. The moment you start seeking discomfort instead of avoiding it, everything changes. You stop making excuses. You stop looking for the easy way out. You start pushing yourself past what you thought was possible, and that's when real progress begins. Discomfort is the price of growth. It's the barrier between you and the person you are meant to become. The only question is whether or not you are willing to pay that price. Most people go through life choosing the path of least resistance. They settle for what is easy, what is familiar, and what requires the least amount of effort. But settling for mediocrity is the quickest way to guarantee a life of regret. You were not put here to be average. You were not meant to just exist, to go through the motions, and to accept whatever life hands you. You have the ability to be great, but only if you refuse to settle for anything less. The problem is that mediocrity is comfortable. It's easy to stay where you are, to do what you've always done, and to surround yourself with people who expect nothing more from you. Society encourages this mindset. It tells you that you've done enough, that you should take it easy, that you deserve to relax. But those who achieve greatness don't buy into that mentality. They know that comfort is a trap, that settling for good enough means never realizing their full potential. Look around and you'll see it everywhere. People complaining about their circumstances but refusing to change. People dreaming of a better life but never taking actions. People who had potential but let it go to waste because they chose to stay comfortable. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent, luck, or genetics. It's mindset. The ones who make it to the top are the ones who refuse to accept anything less than their best. Rejecting mediocrity means holding yourself to a higher standard. It means pushing yourself even when no one is watching. It means setting goals that scare you and chasing them with everything you have. It means being disciplined when others are lazy, being focused when others are distracted, and being relentless when others quit. It's a mindset, a way of living, and a commitment to never settling for less than you are capable of. The world is full of distractions, temptations, and excuses designed to keep you average. But you are not average. You are capable of more. But it's up to you to prove it. You have to wake up every day and decide that you will not be like everyone else, that you will not let yourself coast through life without giving your all. You have to want more, demand more, and push yourself to be more. And because at the end of the day, the only thing standing between you and the life you want is your willingness to reject mediocrity and embrace the grind required to be great. Your mind is the strongest weapon you have, but it can also be your greatest enemy. It will lie to you, tell you that you're not good enough, that you're too tired, that you should quit. It will create limits that don't actually exist, convincing you that you've reached your max when in reality you still have so much more to give. The battle isn't physical, it's mental. The only thing stopping you from breaking through is the story you keep telling yourself. Most people are trapped by their own thoughts. They let doubt, fear, and negativity control their actions. They tell themselves they're not strong enough, not smart enough, and because they believe it, they live it. But what if you stopped listening to that voice? What if instead of letting it control you, you took control of it? What if you stopped saying, I can't, and started proving to yourself that you can? The human body is capable of so much more than we think. When you feel like you've hit your limit, you've really only reached about 40% of what you're capable of. That's your mind trying to protect you, trying to keep you comfortable. But the real growth happens when you push past that point, when you refuse to let your mind dictate what you can and can't do. Every time you ignore that voice telling you to stop, you get stronger. Every time you push through pain, fatigue, and doubt, you build resilience. And over time, that mental toughness becomes unbreakable. Your mind wants to keep you safe, but safe doesn't lead to success. Safe doesn't push you to be better. Safe keeps you exactly where you are, stuck, weak, and afraid of what's on the other side of discomfort. If you want to grow, you have to rewire the way you think. You have to stop seeing struggle as a bad thing and start seeing it as a sign that you're getting stronger. You have to train your mind to work for you, not against you. Every time you tell yourself you can't do something, challenge that thought. Prove it wrong. Test your limits, then break them. When your mind says you're done, do 5 more reps, run 1 more mile, put in 1 more hour of work. It's in those extra efforts, those moments where you refuse to quit, that you truly unlock your potential. Your mind can either be your prison or your weapon. The choice is yours. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is the key to growth. Most people spend their entire lives avoiding discomfort, running from anything that makes them feel weak, tired, or vulnerable. But the truth is, real strength is built through suffering. Every moment of pain you endure is an opportunity to become stronger, tougher, and more resilient. If you want to reach your full potential, you have to stop fearing pain and start embracing it. Think about the times in your life when you truly grew, when you became better, smarter, or stronger. It wasn't when things were easy. It was when you were struggling, when everything seemed to be going wrong, when you were exhausted, broken, and on the edge of quitting. That's where transformation happens. Pain is the barrier between who you are now and who you are meant to become. The problem is, most people never break through that barrier because the moment it gets tough, they stop. They listen to the voice in their head telling them to quit. They look for an excuse, a way out, a reason to justify giving up. But that's the difference between the strong and the weak. Those who succeed push through the pain, while those who fail let the pain defeat them. Your body and mind will always try to trick you into thinking you've reached your limit. You'll feel tired, sore, mentally drained, and your mind will beg you to stop. But that's the moment you have to dig deep. That's the moment where champions are made. If you can push past that breaking point, you will discover an entirely new level of strength you didn't know you had. That's why pain is necessary. It forces you to confront your weaknesses, to fight against the part of you that wants to quit, and to come out on the other side stronger than ever. Pain doesn't last forever. It feels unbearable in the moment, but it fades. What lasts is what you gain from it, the strength, the discipline, the mental toughness. Every time you endure pain without quitting, you're training yourself to be unbreakable. You're proving to yourself that you can handle anything life throws at you. You're building the type of mindset that doesn't back down, doesn't make excuses, and doesn't quit when things get hard. You have to stop seeing pain as something to avoid and start seeing it as a gift. Every struggle you face is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Every moment of discomfort is an opportunity to grow. Every time you push past pain, you're one step closer to becoming the strongest version of yourself. The only way to become great is to go through hell and refuse to break. Excuses don't get results. They don't build strength, they don't create success, and they don't push you forward. Excuses are the easy way out, the path of least resistance, and the number one reason why most people never achieve their full potential. You can either have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have both. Every single day you have a choice. You can find a reason to push yourself or you can find a reason to quit. Most people choose the latter. They say they're too tired, too busy, too old, too young. They convince themselves that now isn't the right time, that they'll start tomorrow, next week, or next year. But tomorrow turns into never. Those who succeed in life, in their goals, and in their mindset understand one simple truth. There is never a perfect time. There is only now. And what you do with right now determines everything. The difference between winners and everyone else isn't talent. It isn't luck. It isn't some secret formula. It's discipline. It's showing up every day whether you feel like it or not. It's putting in the work even when there's no motivation. Because motivation is fleeting. It's weak. It disappears the moment things get hard. Discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps you going. It's what separates the strong from the weak, and discipline starts with eliminating excuses. The world doesn't care about why you can't do something. It doesn't care about your reasons for not trying. The only thing that matters is what you actually do. You can tell yourself that you're too busy to work out, but someone busier than you is already in the gym. You can tell yourself that you're too tired to work harder, but someone even more exhausted is still grinding. Excuses don't change your situation. They keep you stuck in the same place while others pass you by. It's time to be honest with yourself. If you're not where you want to be in life, it's because of the choices you've made. That's not an easy thing to accept, but it's the truth. The good news is you can change it. You can stop making excuses and start taking action. It won't be easy. It will take sacrifice, effort, and relentless focus. But if you want something bad enough, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. So which one is it going to be? Will you keep telling yourself the same tired stories, or will you step up and do what needs to be done? Will you keep looking for the easy way out, or will you push yourself to do what others won't? The choice is yours. But just know this, every excuse you make is one more reason why you're not where you want to be. And every action you take, no matter how small, is one step closer to the life you want to build. Stop waiting, stop complaining, stop making excuses, get to work. Real power doesn't come from luck, talent, or natural ability. It comes from relentless effort. It comes from waking up every single day and deciding that you will give everything you have, no matter how you feel, no matter what obstacles stand in your way. It's about refusing to quit when things get hard, when progress is slow, when the results aren't immediate. Because true confidence, true strength, and true success are earned through the grind, through the pain, the setbacks, and the sacrifices you make when no one is watching. Most people want results, but they don't want the work. They want to be strong, but they don't want to suffer. They want success, but they don't want to put in the hours. That's why so many people fail. They chase shortcuts, quick fixes, and easy paths that don't exist. The reality is, the only way to become great at anything is to work for it every single day, without excuses, without hesitation, without letting failure break you. When you push yourself beyond your limits, you discover something most people never will. You realize that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined, that your limits weren't real, they were just a mental barrier designed to keep you comfortable. But comfort doesn't make you stronger. Comfort doesn't build discipline. Comfort doesn't give you the confidence that comes from knowing you gave everything and left nothing on the table. That's what separates the great from everyone else. It's not talent, it's not intelligence, it's effort. It's the willingness to keep pushing when every muscle in your body is screaming at you to stop. It's the ability to keep going when your mind is telling you that you've done enough. It's about doing more, being more, and refusing to settle for anything less than your absolute best. And when you do that, when you wake up every day and attack life with everything you have, you become unstoppable. You build a mindset that can't be broken, a discipline that never wavers, and a belief in yourself that nothing and no one can shake. That is where true power lies. Not in words, not in wishes, but in action. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. The time is now. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the work you're willing to put in. No more excuses, no more hesitation, no more holding back. Give everything, be relentless, and never stop pushing forward.